Welcome to 5 on the 6 on Rugby World TV. There's a mixture of excitement, optimism and nervousness in the air at this time of year. It can mean only one thing: it's Six Nations rugby time. Today we're at the Stoop where Harlequins take on London Welsh. In a few minutes I'll take a look at this weekend's opening round of matches and do a Lions watch. But first, let's have a chat to some rugby fans about who they're tipping for this year's championship. Who's going to win the Six Nations this year?
I think England will.
England.
England. England.
England, definitely.
Obviously England. Oh, England, obviously.
It's got to be England.
Wales.
England, of course.
Wales.
England.
Definitely England. Definitely England.
Wales, clearly.
Wales?
Obviously going to be England.
Who is the star man of the tournament this year? Who's it going to be?
I think it's going to be Mike Phillips, the Welsh number 9.
Really? He's going to kind of regain his status,
I
is
think he's
he?
going to come good and he's going to be the key man. That's my view.
I think Mike Brown's going to be one to look out for, definitely.
Good shout, good shout.
Yeah.
For any reason in particular?
I think he's performed really well for club and I just don't think he's been played in the right position yet to show his full potential. So I think if he gets played in the right position, then I think he'll shine.
Or Danny Kerr.
Captain Robshaw.
George North.
Joe Launchbury.
Tipperick.
Ooh, good shout.
The funny thing is, Joe Marler is my favourite player, and
Okay.
he's a player that I think has done well over the last couple of seasons. But he seemed, when he's played for England, he had a couple of off games really over the last, and so he's been sort of left out of a couple of games. And I would have liked to have seen him play.
I don't think it can decide on one because there's just too many of them to be able to
Too much class.
Too much class.
Okay. A key man?
I'll go with Robshaw, just because I think he's got something to prove after his captaincy cock-up a few matches ago, and he's playing particularly well at the moment. And I think he's out to prove himself and keep his captaincy.
So the opening game of the RBS Six Nations is a biggie. Wales host Ireland at the Millennium Stadium, and you feel whoever comes away with a win will take the most confidence of any side into next week. Wales fans will want their team to come bursting out the blocks and banish any memories of the autumn, and I predict a frantic opening 20 minutes. Jamie Heaslip captains Ireland, and I predict that we might see a vintage performance this Six Nations from Brian O'Driscoll with that little bit of pressure off him. I want to see Johnny Sexton dominate his opposite number. If he controls the game from 10, puts his team in the right positions, then he'll cement his place as the best fly half in Europe. At 4 o'clock on Saturday, just across the road, Scotland will arrive in London on the hunt for a first victory in London in 30 years. The Calcutta Cup matches of the last few years have been pretty stodgy affairs with not much open and free-flowing rugby, and Scotland's best chance of a win is by frustrating England and getting up in their faces. But if England let loose like they did against New Zealand in the autumn, it could be a long trip home for the men in blue. I'd love it to be an open, free-flowing game of attacking rugby by both sides, but I predict a bit of a slugfest with England pulling away in the second half. And then the romance of Rome on Sunday, where France visit Italy. So many questions about this one. Will Italian passion on the pitch and in the stands propel their team to victory? Will France show up from the kickoff and blow them away? In many ways, this is the toughest game to predict this weekend, but I think France will just have a little too much class and pull away in the end. England-Scotland next Saturday. What's the score going to be?
I don't know. I couldn't guess.
It's going to be 23-6 to England.
30s for England, but I'll be lucky if Scotland gets on the scoreboard. Maybe 5 or 7.
36-24.
I'd like to think it would be about 36-10.
36-10 to Scotland? Or?
To England.
Wales v Ireland scoreline.
I would say it's going to be more Ireland, and it'll probably be nearer 30-15.
I've got a funny sneaking feeling that Ireland are going to win.
I think Wales are going to win there. I'm going to think Ireland maybe 10 points.
Okay.
Wales 27 something.
France, Italy on Sunday?
Well, France I think will win, but Italy are obviously getting better and better and better each time they play. So, you know, I'm hoping that they do well.
Yeah. France versus Italy on Sunday.
I think it's going to be very close, maybe a 5-point difference.
Oh, I think Italy may win.
Okay.
I think they've got something to go for.
Italy sneaking it?
Yeah, sneaking it by maybe 5-7 points.
Right, okay.
It'll be close.
After each round of matches, we'll be assessing what players are putting their hands up for a place on this year's British and Irish Lions tour to Australia. Make sure you follow at Rugby World Mag on Twitter to follow Rugby World Magazine, and follow me as well at TMAC Sports to either agree or disagree with me throughout the tournament. See you next time.